Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking more about Google business accounts or Google business profiles. And I actually made a video in the past on those, just giving some tips on how to properly fill out those profiles or accounts. And I will link that video in the video description below. But today I'm just going to give some more tips, some more ideas as to how to improve your Google business profile, because I think this is very important for some businesses. Other businesses, maybe not as much, but it's a really important tool to at least be aware of, and to be aware of the different functions that it has and why those are useful and how you can utilize them. So again, maybe check out that other video before or after watching this one, just for more context and some more tips. But the first one I wanted to cover in this video is just filling out your hours of operation. You know, especially if you are like a physical store or you work at an office or something like that, you want to include your hours of operation on your Google business profile. And not just your regular hours, but it's also good to change your hours for holidays. And typically Google will send you an email to ask you if you're open for certain holidays, and it's good to update those, both so that your clients know or your customers know, but also just so that it's showing activity on the Google business profile, which is always a good thing in the eyes of Google. Now, the next tip is to upload pictures to your Google business profile. And actually, this is something that the general public can do as well, especially when they're leaving reviews. You know, if you have a restaurant, they can leave a review and they can upload some pictures they took of your food. But for you, the owner of the Google business profile, you can and should actually upload pictures to your profile. And that could be a regular thing as well. And those pictures could be things like, you know, your storefront, your facility, your, you know, interior, exterior of your office. Could be some of your products. It could be, you know, pictures of you, the business owner, staff, or events that you have within your business. And it can be good to upload these regularly. And also, one thing I learned is that you can take, you know, like exterior pictures and have geotagging on your phone and then upload those. And those are good for the Google algorithm as well, because it shows that, you know, the picture you took is actually corroborated with where your facility or your business is actually tagged. Now, the next tip is posting updates. So you can actually do this on a Google business profile. So it's almost like social media posts. It's kind of like posting a Facebook post. You can do that on your Google business profile. It shows up at the bottom. And the thing about this is you're probably not gonna have a lot of customers looking at this, and maybe that's not the main point. The main reason you might want to do this would be just, again, to keep the profile active, to share content that's relevant to what you do, so that you're having like keywords and, you know, other signals for Google that not only are you active, but here's what you specialize in, here's the type of clients you look for, here's when you should come up when people are doing certain searches for certain things in your region, kind of thing. It can also be good for linking, where if you're maybe doing an update on a promotion you have or a new video you made or something like that, then you're just linking between your Google business profile to your website, to your social media platforms. So just good interconnectivity between different platforms. Now, the next tip would be asking questions on your Google business profile. So there is an area for that. And you might think that that's for customers or prospective customers to write questions, and it can be, but you as the owner of the business and the owner of the Google business profile, you can actually just ask yourself questions on there and then answer them. And this can be useful, again, because it shows activity on the account, but also you can put in common questions that come up and then answer those, and also use different keywords like, you know, are you able to provide this service or service this location or something like that. It's just a way to give Google more information to improve the algorithm and help you be found when you should be found. Now, the next tip is updating your catalog for products and or services. So whether you sell exclusively products or exclusively services, or you have both, there is a section there for products, but you can actually put services there as well. So for example, if you do landscaping, you know, maybe you do laying sod, like, you know, putting down grass, or maybe you do certain brickwork or whatever, like you probably have a variety of different services. You can input those under the product section on your Google business profile. And then in each section, you can add pictures. Besides having the title of the actual product or service, you can also write a description. And in that description, you'll want to use keywords, you know, the type of keywords that people might be searching when they're looking for that particular product or service. And again, it's just going to help you to be found when people are looking for the type of things that you offer as a business. And now the next tip is just to update your services section. So this is a little bit different than like your product catalog. This is just a list of different services that you provide. And it doesn't have pictures, but it does have descriptions. So the same thing, you'll want a title. So in my case, it would be business startup advising or business management consulting as different services. And then in the descriptions for those services, I can talk about, how I help, businesses by doing startup advising. I help them with these things, those things, registration, business licenses, things like that. So just adding more keywords, adding more information to your profile. And now the last tip, besides tagging your profile to a specific location, especially if you have a physical store or office or something like that, you can put in service areas. So for example, if you have an office on a specific street in your city, but you're not limited to just having clients within that city, and you can serve other cities, other towns, even other regions, you can put service areas in your Google Business profile. So you could put neighboring cities, neighboring provinces or states or whatever you want there, just to show that you are actually relevant in those areas, even if you're not physically there. And so obviously that depends on who you can serve. Like maybe you are very local. Like if you are a tradesperson and you do plumbing or electrical, you probably don't want to serve neighboring cities that are 3 hours away. So maybe don't put that. But if you build websites or you do consulting like myself and you can work with people that are 5 hours away through video call or whatever, then you might want to include those in your service area. So that's all I have for tips today. Hopefully that was helpful. Again, Google Business Profile, a very useful tool, especially if you care about locality of your business and being found in certain regions. Still useful for pretty much any type of business. So hopefully those tips were helpful. If you got any value from the video, please click like. And feel free to check out my YouTube channel here, where I currently have over 175 videos that discuss business startup and business management topics.